The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, flag, 57, come on. Double dog, that's the way. Wait, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let me go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
40, ready, blue ready. Boston sled. Double time. Hey,
they'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Let's go, baby.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Right there. 54, right there.
Winston from the gun on third down. He's got Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Let him go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Hey, ready? Flag, what's that? 54.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
45-yard line.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 45 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On the return, it's James. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running right, Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Black 25. 45.
This is Jones. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the edge. 51. Check. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, Charlie.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Falcons first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
21. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Joker. Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
21!
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be out of bounds. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready!
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final? And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Buccaneers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Wait.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, stop. Check.
Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Ready? Like 25. 45. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 25.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready? Blue lady. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Check your hot read. 20. Shit.
From the 27, Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And it's complete. Hooper. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
59, ready. Hey, Tuesday. Don't say nothing. Coaching spill. Check 43. Check safety. Go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the gun, Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
We got this.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Now Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I got you.
From the 39, Winston. That's caught by Howard. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go one more. Hey, watch it. Wait. Check. 66, pull it, now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
Throwing, Winston. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd and long for Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West.
Now Ryan. Rolling to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Gun. Hey, Sal. Watch the screen. 45's the mic. Get out.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready. 280. 45. 22. Rep. Check 15. Got it.
Freeman again. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Freeman. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but he's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20. Hey, Roy.
One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Bucs, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.